It's bad news for you that you're teamed up with a farmer.
Is finding it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Control it. You're not controlling your rotation. Forward. 1, 2.
I've gone like that, haven't I?
Yeah, that was wrong. That was good. That was perfect. Perfect. You're going to be a beautiful ballroom dancer.
This autumn, we invite you to witness one man's journey from farmer to ballroom dancer.
You, sir, are one to watch.
Matty Elliott, coming to a dance floor near you.
When he knocked on my door and entered the room, my trembling
and smile, for her lips were the color.
That was planned, Aliona, or did you ever swing mishap?
Well, the thing is, his tails got caught on the swing, so that's what made it move. But when I watched it back, it actually was quite nice that the swing was moving between us, and it quite added the movement. I quite like that.
I had to stick my arms out, but I had to sort of go between the ropes.
But we've been talking about your thumbs all week. Now, can you, do you understand, I mean, I don't know whether he wants you to go like that or like that. I mean, we can ask him. I've already asked him. He answered me. I didn't understand what he
I actually watched it back when he answered you, so basically it should have been lowered a little bit.
Okay. Really?
It would be nice to have a 10, but we're not really just aiming for it.
Okay.
Yeah. This week we have Rumba. It's a very romantic dance and it's very hands-on, which is a bit of a concern with Matt. Relax your face.
How can I relax my face?
As he says, he doesn't see himself as Mr. Lava Lava. Well, he's gonna have to this week. If I hug you like this, your friend. If I hug you kind of this way, yeah, it's a bit more...
Than friends.
Yes.
More than usual. And discover a side of yourself that you're not used to showing in public. We've had some...
How are you finding it? Because it's difficult for the male, because they can't move and they've got a rumba face. We'll talk.
Well, I actually think that Matt this week, actually last week for the ballroom, but he hit a new level, which makes him more confident and he dances better, and which helps the dance. And I think all of that kind of combined together makes a good performance.
I've watched a lot of your rumba training. I've now said it out loud. The rumba face. I mean, it's good because you have to take it seriously. Can you do your rumba face for me?
I don't know what it is. That's the
no,
thing. You've got to be in it. I've got to be in it. We need to do
you have
rumba.
to be in them.
I've started. I don't even know what it is. It changes, I think.
Well,
you do it.
Rumba. Aliona Vilani.
I go out of my mind, I can see anything you got under my skin. I got no strength at all in the state that I'm in. My knees are weak and my mouth I can't sleep, I can't think, I just think about the things that you do. I'm too lost in you.
Well, beautiful lines. You dance very masculine. You dance with authority, which is all great. You're a lovely dancer, and you are just a great dancer. Yeah.
I think you've done exceptionally well with a difficult dance. You threw yourself into it. The chemistry between you is believable, and I was drawn into the romance and the storytelling, and I loved it.
Oh, good.
Oh, Lutley, you really switched on the runch factor. And I tell you, I can judge from the reaction of the people, the lady sitting next to me. They were just panting. So you did it well. You danced a very difficult dance beautifully.
Yeah. Storytelling, said Alicia. We don't get that rumba face on Country File, blimey.
Your rumba, Karen Hardy, who is a genius, if you don't know that, was on the show, and she said it was fantastic, and she thought you were slightly undermarked, slightly underappreciated. Did you feel? Look at that eyeshadow. Close your eyes, Aliona. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Did you feel a bit like that? Aliona, it's very difficult, notoriously a difficult dance for men. Scott got caught out, but your boy did well. You must have been very proud.
I'm extremely proud. I think Matt danced it absolutely beautifully, and I do feel we were a bit underscored, but, you know, in my opinion.
Yeah, no.
Forward, arm in and forward, and wiggle, wiggle. They've already got a 10.
Get a 10 anywhere is great. To get a 10 in Blackpool, that'd be one.
Love won't break up, start over again. You'll get the babies, but you won't have your
About Matt and Aliona, I thought it was completely knockout, and I agree with Craig. I love the acrobat. Look at him.
I've got a word for you. Are you ready? Bachacadas.
What is that?
That was a magnificent bachacada, and we've got the hip swivels afterwards. Now, this is a great, authentic step from Samba, and they do these steps in Rio. But what I loved about this dance, again, this is where Len had his little, his little moment at the end again. The thing with this dance, there was so much content. There was so much great choreography, great execution. To be honest, if I was judging that, I would have turned a blind eye at the flip-flop at the end, because it was great for him to just say, there I am, and I'm going to do this at the end. But he had already danced well over a minute of fantastic dancing of a samba.
It was fantastic. Let's talk about
Dancing the American Smooth, Matt Baker and Aliona Vilani.
I'll tell you how I feel. I absolutely loved that dance.
Did you?
Mean, it's been, you know, we've had our challenges and what have you, and it was amazing to go out there. It just felt amazing.
Well, a standing ovation from the audience.
Thanks
they love
for getting
it
us
too.
through that, honestly.
Let's talk about Matt and Aliona, because this was a mixed bag. I was in the room, sort of hiding, because I don't think I was allowed. Never mind.
It was unusual.
And it was electric in there, and then the judges, they didn't really
Look
feel
at that move there. Look at that move. What he's chosen here, I've never seen this in an American Smooth. They've gone contemporary.
Yeah.
So, you know, contemporary is all about that emotional pull, that emotional swing of your arms, and that real let music into your body and take over. When we do ballroom and Latin, it's put your arm there and hit that position.
Yeah.
When you do contemporary, it's more about over-swinging, over-swaying, and living the waterfall moment. And I think that's what they did with that dance. And we've got to be careful again, because the judges have got to understand it. They've only got those few seconds to say, I like it, I don't like it. And I think this is where James has been very clever. He's delivering a Strictly dance.
Yeah.
It is a Charleston, it is a Jive, it is, you know, that was fantastic, but it had that contemporary feel, which I loved.
Yeah.
But I think the judges went, I'm not sure.
Yeah. And also, just the words American Smooth, you're thinking Ginger.
Yes.
You know, you go, well, like,
Fred and Ginger.
Yeah, Fred and Ginger, Hollywood, and that was definitely different.
Yeah.
Your view on the scoring at the weekend, because I know people are still talking about it. What was your take on the whole matter?
It was very interesting. I was actually watching from the sideline, and I was a bit sort of taken back by the marks, I guess you could say, because I mean, there was a lift, it wasn't commented on, so, you know, did they take a mark off? Did they not? We don't know. There was also...
Who were you talking about there? Cara and
that was
Atom?
Cara and Atom. And then also I saw Scott go wrong, not just a little bit, but throughout the whole thing. Now, I really felt for Scott and Natalie, because I know what that's like. But then he got 2 9s. Yeah. So I don't understand that. When you got somebody, let's say Matt, who doesn't go wrong anywhere, and he gets 8s, it was just a little confusing, I think.
Do you know, I think it...
feel amazing, though, to be honest with you, because we have had quite a few sort of people standing up and what have you after we danced, but it felt so different after that time.
Yes.
And I think it was because it was quite an emotional dance, and we finished there, and I was on the floor, and I stayed there for ages. I was lying there thinking, I think I better get up now. And it just felt extraordinary, the feeling in the studio as we did walk across.
Yeah. Only you, I mean, you stood up for your choreography and for Matt, because the judges didn't seem to, in the nicest possible way, get it.
Yeah, well, I thought that he danced it absolutely amazingly, and all that matters is that the audience so appreciated it. And even after the show, we got so many compliments, and that's all that matters for us, is the viewers. And they were touched by the dance, and that's exactly what we wanted, and it was great.
It was a modern American.
It was contemporary.
Yeah.
Contemporary with some, you know, basic in it, obviously. So it had everything in it.
Yeah.
It's interesting, actually, hearing what Craig and Alicia were saying there, because, you know, they say that they want us to be taking risks, and we took a risk with the style of the dance, and we wanted to kind of do something that was a little bit different. And for me, I mean, you know, even in the start of the week, I mean, it wasn't so much towards the end, but to start with, I was feeling really quite exposed, wasn't I? And we had quite a few conversations. I was saying, you know, I feel a bit, oh, you know, doing all this isn't what Northern farmers usually do with their arms, you know what I mean?
I think it's because it's not that even that we took a risk, it was on such a high level. The routine was so major routine on every possible level, and you did it absolutely amazingly.
You were a very worthy winner, but you must be exhausted.
It is difficult. It is. There's no doubt about it. To be honest with you, it's the difficulty I have is kind of switching my brain between everything that's going on, because sometimes, I'm doing one thing in the morning, then we suddenly do a bit of training, and then do a completely different thing of an evening. And it's hard. It's really hard for Aliona as well, because she, you know, she really wants to give me every possible opportunity that you know, she can. And I love the way that, you know, she teaches. And there was a little moment that went out on the film the other day, and I was really disappointed, because it was a tiny little thing. And, you know, I would not want to change the way you teach me at all, honestly. It's just amazing.
I know, she's following you to the Outer Hebrides.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I mean, the whole life is just following me around.
Yeah, just say, do it. So cool.
We are in the Outer Hebrides filming the Countryfile Winter Special.
Matt is working.
And we're training in a little community hall. We're off to training and the stars are still... Just looking at reports here, Edinburgh's closed, Gatwick Airport's closed.
Delays.
It's a nightmare.
To actually get into London.
That's where we were supposed to be going.
Loads of problems.
Oh well, this area here doesn't look too bad for driving in.
I loved your jive. Can we just talk about the backflip? Because when you were on there, I thought, no, he wouldn't. He couldn't. There's just no way. And then you did. Whose idea was it?
Well, we kind of talked about it, didn't we? Right at sort of at the start of what moves, you know, we thought potentially we could do, and then I think it was your idea that was kind of, you said, what do you think of it from the desk?
Yeah, and he said, well, I'm not sure, I might have to, you know, go to the gym and try it first. And then after I saw him practice it, I was like, you've got to do that off the judges' table. He's like, really, off the judges' table? Yes.
Were you not worried it might go wrong?
Yeah. I think you were more worried than I was,
so worried.
I think. But
I couldn't watch it the first couple of times.
It was quite funny when I was stood there on the desk before I actually did it, and I just thought, what is the next 10 seconds going to hold for me?
Yes,
Live
exactly.
TV, here we go. Yeah, we did. Well, it's funny because that was the week when we went to the Outer Hebrides.
Yes.
We had an enormous journey to get there, and we had the movies that we watched on our laptop on the way up.
I'm a big fan of that.
Oh, yeah.
So I made him watch it. I was like, look at those things.
So, yeah, so we got the box set and watched the whole lot on the way up. So it was quite good to sort of get into character and then kind of put that in.
Well, I definitely wanted a balance from the beginning. So I told him, you know, there's going to be pieces of where it's strictly jive, there's going to be some parts of very silly stuff, and just put everything together. So it was very structured from my point of view.
Yeah.